Hi, Chris McLoone here with Fire Apparatus and Emergency Equipment. Welcome to page 6 of our August 2025 issue. This month's editorial. This month's editorial was a little different in that I kind of bounced around. It was almost a little dour. It was a little tough. I wrote it right around the time we had the Idaho shooting. The same week as the Idaho shooting, my fire company, with what should have been a pretty upbeat evening. Last night was July 3rd. Last night, just putting the finishing touches on the trucks before the Independence Day parades the next day. We actually paid a visit to one of our members who was nearing his last days. He was in his last days. In fact, not too long after our visit, he did pass away from cancer. And I kind of juxtaposed the two things, and talked about vigilance. There, we can only be so vigilant in terms of what the folks in Idaho faced when they got off the truck. In the back of our minds, might we be thinking that? Yes, but 9 times out of 10, we've got enough going through our heads as we're getting off the truck to go size something up to come up with a strategy. The last thing we're thinking about is someone using us for target practice from a tree or from the bushes. It's just not something that we prepare for. And even if we were totally prepared for it, there's only so much you can do with vigilance there. Something could always happen. On the other side, we lost that firefighter to cancer, and in recent years he had done all sorts of things to improve his lifestyle, to improve his health, and yet cancer still got him. And it's so easy to become disheartened when in the face of those types of things. It's easy to say, like, why am I even doing this? But in the end, the mission remains. The whistle never stops blowing. We are called upon to save lives and property from destruction by fire, and that is really the core theme of the editorial. Don't become disheartened, and keep your eye on that mission, and the mission will always guide you. So again, this has been Chris McLoone with Fire Apparatus and Emergency Equipment. Have a good one and stay safe.